Hello, everybody, and welcome to this live trading session. My name is Pedro Mejias, and as you can see on the screen, my email is pedro@tradictive.com. If you have any question regarding the Tradictive service, you can contact support@tradictive.com. And as you may know, I trade with using the order flow system. And the first thing we're gonna do today is trying to figure out some nice spot to trade the euro in this case because it's my favorite asset to trade every day. And okay, let's move forward and let's go and check out first what is the euro doing today. And to do that, I like to check out some of the website that showed me some rates on the euro. In this case, we were looking at a rate and chart from FX Street, and what I do is just compare the euro against all the other currencies to have a wide picture of what the euro doing today, if it's gaining or it's losing um, during the session. And as you can see here, we compare the euro against the dollar. Today, it's been losing 0.13% since the market opening. With the pound, it's just 0%, so not making any movement up or down at the moment. And against the yen, the euro is stronger, is 0.04% during the day. But if we look at the trend that show us in this website, you can see that it's all bearish, right? And to confirm that, we can look at another index here. For example, in this is investing.com. We can see also how they compare the euro against all the other currencies in a very simple chart that you can just see during the session how it's performing. We can see a red candle, which means that is an bearish movement today. That confirms what we saw here with against the dollar. That is being negative. Of course, the dollar is the strongest currency and is the one we should pay more attention. But always keep in mind that you know might be the dollar who is actually stronger, but the euro is strong against the other currencies right now. So depending on what the dollar does today, it will pretty much influence what the euro is going to be doing. So keep that in mind. And at the moment, we are looking at a bearish position we might be taking. Let's see some charts. You can see here at the with trading view, looking at the euro. This is a 5-minute chart. We can see where the euro is right now, how it's moving during the day. You can see it's open here. That's why we're getting a bearish signal on the index from investing, because you can see how it went all this way down, and now it's trying to recover a little bit. And that's why we got that bearish signal from those websites, okay? Because it opens high here, then it went down. Uh, so this is just a few things you can take into account when deciding your bias when you are about to trade. So that's one of the most important things is get a bias. You're gonna buy or you're gonna sell. Um, so far, I think we can take some very nice opportunities selling the euro. It's not gonna be a big movement today because it's actually it's a holiday. It's Labor Day, the U.S. So the market is not really doing much. All right. So, but let's just analyze and see where we can put some entries. By the way, this first half hour that we are going to look for the trade, analyze the market. is being multicast in several places like Twitch, YouTube, TRADDICTIV.com, Facebook, and where else? In Yeah, I think that's pretty much Facebook, YouTube, also in LinkedIn and Twitch. Okay, so the first half hour is gonna be on this system. We're gonna be multicast. The next half hour is only gonna be available on our website, tradictive.com. So if you're looking at this live right now, you want to continue looking at after the first half hour, please join our website. Okay. All right. Okay, so we have determined the possible bias that we're going to take. It's a sell, selling opportunities. The most, I think, the most clear thing we may have here. And remember again, if you have any question, okay, any question, you're watching the recording or you're watching live here, you can use the chat. You're watching live, but if you're watching the recording, you can send me an email. It's right there on the right upper corner. It's pedro@tradictive.com. So anytime you can just send me an email, I will answer you guys. Okay, let's move on to the chart. In this case, this is the euro. You can see here. Let me just give me a second. Okay. All right, here we can see. Let me change it to candles. So it's the same thing we saw on TradingView. Okay. Same chart. It's the same movement because it's the same currency and the same asset, the same market, everything. But we're looking at 233 tick chart, right? We're only looking at the movement that makes the actual contracts that take place. So in this way, we don't care about time. We don't care about what happened in 5, 10, or an hour. We just focus ourselves in volume. Okay, that's most important thing here in trading with order flow. And well, we can easily spot, the movement that has been made during the day and try to figure it out a nice selling spot, right? And to do that, um, I like to find out some good volumes where I can. Uh, Let me just highlight here. So I found this rotation, move up and down, because you can see here how it went all the way down, then it stopped right here, and then it started moving back again, but then went down. So here is rotation. Here's another rotation. Here's another one. So that's what we're looking for. So let's highlight the first one and see what we can find about it. We can see exactly on the lower line of this rotation, we can see how the price went inside, but then was rejected on the downside again, and repeat doing this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6 times. Okay, so that's a very good volume area here that will keep the price lower in this case. Okay, we can see another thing in this chart is this blue and this yellowish line. What this show us is the VWAP, which is the volume average of the session, and these two are the deviation. One's the deviation, upper deviation, and the lower deviation. So I use this because the VWAP itself is considered the fair price for all traders, for our institutional traders mostly. And the deviations are widely used by algorithm traders to put their in and out orders. So that's why I take that into account as well. So when I'm looking for an entry, I will try to find an entry that will be close to either one deviation, the VWAP, the higher or the lower deviation. Never outside these areas because that will be very low volume area and price can just go easily on the other way or very high or very low. Okay, so you don't want that. You want to try to have some kind of um, idea of what the price might do. Okay, so if we look at this rotation here, we can see exactly how the price just was kept below it, but now we can see how it actually is going higher, and that give us some opportunities to enter here. Okay, remember that we have the VWAP right here. You have this higher deviation, the upper one. So we need to find um, an entry, looking at these rotations at the volume that they make. As we can see that this level is already broken, and when they're on the upside, we will be looking maybe a higher entry, or if we were buying, not the case at the moment, it might change because you can see how actually the price is broken the big WAP. So the volume average is right now on the upper side. But let's see, let's try to check an entry here. I want to adjust the rotation to the next level, which is going to be this one. You can see how the price was below this point, then rotates here, okay, on the upper side, and then it breaks down and created these lower rotations. So let's focus on this candle right here, and we're going to try to analyze this candle and find a good entry point. Might be late already because you can see how it's moving down at that point, but just analyze just for for to see exactly what the order flow was telling us in where we should have entered here, or maybe we can. Let's see. All right, we need to fix this candle and see what happened inside of it. What exactly was being traded inside this candle? What happened? We need to see the footprints that were left by traders here. And in order to do that, we need to see the chart in cluster mode. Okay, so here we can see inside the candles and see exactly what happened. And I'm not sure if you can see it perfectly. The numbers inside the each candle, but you see this red number here is 93, and it's a huge difference between the buyers at this point. So they were selling here very strongly, and that's what initiated this down movement. Okay, and you can see actually how the price kept below that 83 until now. Okay, so let's take a look again here. Let's analyze the volume that happened on this breakdown. We have these three continuous candles, and I can see here um, where the highest volume were and where the lowest volume on these candles, or these three candles in this case. And I like to use different parts of this volume. First of all, the highest volume is 159, and if we see what happened, you can see here how exactly match the top of each movement. Okay, until here. But then let's now see this one. It's the lowest volume. Let's trade a horizontal line so we can see it on the, what happened later. If we move forward to the right, you can see that it's about this, the biggest volume, but it's exactly at the top of the latest movement, because that's what the price does. It goes to fill the gaps. Okay, and we have a volume gap here. That's exactly what it did. What it did is it filled this gap here. Okay, and if you were a buyer, or yes, you were a buyer here, just put this a little bit bigger. I don't know if you can see it better. Someone can comment if it's better like this. All right. So if you were a buyer here, because you thought, oh, the market's going to go up, and then started to go down, you're losing your position, and then price just gives you a little bit of breathe here because it's closer to your entry. You will be selling your positions to get out of the market, and when this happens, is when the price start going down again. Okay, that's might be one of the reasons. Or the reason might be just sellers joining in um, because they saw the opportunity of getting into the in the train and so on. Many different possibilities. But if I will place an order here, you can see that the liquidity on the right side is the pending orders that are actually in the market, and it's actually a lot of volume here on pending order. Everybody wants to buy or sell. There's a lot of volume here regarding these two, buying and selling the euro at the moment on the pending order. Okay, not too much on the market orders, because we can see that there are actually not bigger movement at the moment. But let's say we would like to sell. I will go right below this area here. So I'm gonna put a sell order right here. Okay, so I have one contract right there. You can put as many contracts as your risk management will allow, considering our stop loss will be probably right over here, because we need to protect our entry from the volume, but also we need to look at the liquidity that is available. So I would prefer to put my stop loss in here. So instead I'm going to put a buy order right here in case everything goes the wrong way. I will be exiting my order here. And the take profit, we need to also think about it. Where should it go? Where should it be? And we will do exactly the same thing as we did for the entry. We need to analyze where can it go from, what's the maximum value that we might get. So if we're here, we look at the lowest area was right here, right? And then it started to go on the upside. But remember, we need to look at rotation. So we have one right here, just highlighted. Okay, so we can see it here, and there is the breakout in this area. So let's do the same, but in the other way. Okay, I will look for the volume gap. You can see right here. This will be my volume gap. So I'm gonna put an horizontal line, different one. So it's gonna be here. My exit is probably gonna be here, but I have to take into account also the liquidity that is available on the right side, pennies order, and there's a lot of pennies orders right here. So it's not giving me a very, you know, too much information. So at the moment, my exit should be about this yellow line. Okay, so let's wait and see um, what happened in a few minutes. Price is very close to the entry right now, and after we put the entry, after we get inside the market, we order executed, where we manage the trade and setting out the stop loss. Okay, so it's a slow market today. Have to be patient and just wait to see if we can get the order executed. I think at any time it will be executed. Um, just one tick away from it. Just wait, see. I'm gonna switch it to candles. You are more familiar with candles. It's pretty close. It was just one tick away. Now I move a little bit down, so we're now two ticks away. Now again, one tick. Let's see if we can get the trade open. Well, just went down once again. Okay, went just down a little bit. We're very close to getting in. Let's see if we can, what happened and how we're gonna manage this trade. Okay, because we need to find the best exit point in order to get profit quickly. And if everything goes the wrong way or the other way, uh, we need to be prepared with an exit as well. Okay, we are times up for the multicast part of the session. So now I'm gonna switch only to our website. So remember, if you are watching this live and want to continue looking at it, you need to go to tradedictive.com. Okay. So see you guys in a minute in the tradedictive.com only. Okay.